Coach, can you kind of evaluate where you feel Stephen Guidry's at so far and his progression and what you've seen from him through 3 games?
I think Stephen's in a good place. He's continuing to progress. He still has a long way to go. Getting here, he lacked a lot of fundamentals, and I think he's, improved them every single day. And the knowledge of the offense is probably where he lacked the most, obviously, because he had the least amount of preparation. And he didn't have a spring. He really didn't have much of a summer. He did get going in training camp, so he's had to play a little catch-up, but I thought he's done a really nice job. His work ethic is really impressive, and his commitment to it and how much he loves it is, so I think he's in a good place.
You guys have 30 plays from scrimmage of 20 yards or more. 21 of those are passing plays. Is that what you guys kind of envisioned when you installed this offense?
Yeah, I think that's the backbone of this thing, is that we're going to be an aggressive offense, and we're going to take our shots. Everything plays off each other, but that's a huge part of it, and the circumstance isn't going to dictate how we react to that. We're going to continue to be aggressive.
What made the team so good on third down the other night?
Well, we've been pretty good on third down every week so far, and that's a trend that we need to continue, because that's a big part of winning difficult football games is converting those third downs. The details are going to start being a little bit more important, and the margin of error is going to be less, and so we need to continue to do a great job with that. I think the weapons that we have, the ability to run and pass, Nick's ability to extend plays, I think all that stuff is things that stress a defense, and so third down is going to be critical for us to have success going down the road here.
What are you seeing from Kentucky on film that makes you wonder?
Well, they're a really good defense. I mean, they fly to the football. They're aggressive. Their linebackers are downhill. On the back end, they have a ton of experience, and so they got some pass rushers that we're going to have to make sure that we're aware of and where they're lining up. So their scheme is something that puts their best people in the best position to have success, and so we're going to have one-on-one opportunities, and we got to take advantage of those up front and on the outside, and so. They really stress you out in that sense of, they're aggressive, and then they challenge you with one-on-one opportunities.
In the slot, Austin's had his moments, Dedrick's had his moments, and Keith had the big game last week. Where is kind of the status of that rotation?
I think it is what you just said, honestly. You have 3 guys that are all doing really good things, and just continue to let them battle it out and play and just show what they got, and we'll try to create as many opportunities as we can for them, and I think that's one of those things that just plays itself out. You just continue to give guys opportunities, and as you see with the running back situation and the tight end situation, and I think we're in a good place. We got some guys that we can lean on, and we got to roll with the hot hand.
Maybe you've done this and I missed it, but are there opportunities to get 2 on the field at the same time?
Yeah, there's been that a little bit. Dedrick's gone outside and played an outside receiver, so absolutely.
From game 1 to game 2 for Nick Fitzgerald, what was the biggest difference?
Well, I think it's the experience that he has, and then just the comfortability with the offense and executing at such a high level. I think his ability to run the football and his ability to break tackles is something that's as unique as anybody I've ever been around, and so he's a dual threat, truly is, and I think the improvement that he'll continue to have throughout the rest of the season is in the pass game, and you'll see that, and he executed really well this past week.
Is he about where you wanted him to be in the running game in terms of number of carries he's getting?
Yeah, again, that's going to be dictated by opponent, by what they're presenting to us. Some games it's going to be more than that. Some games it's going to be less than that. So we'll just we'll let that dictate for itself. We really will, and we'll continue to be aggressive with them. I think it's something that we're going to continue to use, and how much of it just going to be dictated on how that game's going and what they're presenting in front of us, honestly.
With the offense having so much success over these first 3 games, what are some areas that you're wanting to see some improvement in?
Well, yeah, I mean there's quite a bit. We got a lot of growing to do here, and so the penalties that we're having, the non-combative stuff we got to get rid of. The details. I mean, the defense presented some issues for us last week. I know that we moved the ball really well, but they did some things that presented some challenges for us, and we didn't handle them very well. Whether it was line movement or some different coverages that they presented they hadn't shown. So we got a lot of work to do, and it honestly is a lot of the details. I think the assignments are improving every single week. The aggressiveness and physicality of this team is a staple, and so it's going to be the details and taking advantage of those little opportunities that show up. You know, the 3rd and 3s and guys making a tough catch, or the 3rd and 7 in the back making a huge protection pickup. Those things are going to be huge as we get going here.
What are you working on specifically in practice to help combat this?
The things we want to improve on.
Yeah, basically being more aggressive.
Yeah, and well, I wouldn't say that because we're aggressive as a team, but I think that I think is what you're leading to is we got to improve the non-combative things. So that means false starts, that means alignment issues, legal procedures, those types of things. So we're stressing them more in practice every single day, so we can eliminate those things. So when we get drives going, we're not going to hurt ourselves. We don't want to pull ourselves out of red zone opportunities. I think it got improved from Kansas State. We had a few more. I think this week we only had 3 penalties for 15 yards. So, we're going to continue to stress that and make sure that we get that get that away from our game.